Hi. Now that you're alone, should we talk about education today? Education played a very, very significant role, especially in post independent India, because it was every parent's dream that the child would progress and achieve a life that they hadn't imagined for themselves. But the problem is that the entire perspective for growth and for change came from a Western perspective. Perhaps it was living a colonial life for so long that got us used to thinking that whatever came in from the West was the best. And we had little or no time to contemplate and develop our own system of education. The language having changed also made a huge difference. And now, unless and until wellness or yoga or even just now doing namaste these days, but everything will have to come in from a Western perspective, perhaps. And education that teaches you from day one to be independent itself, I find a bit alarming, because are we really independent? And what is the real meaning of the word independent? Because even if I'm independent from my parents, I'm not independent from my wife or kids. Even if I'm independent from them, I have my boss, my job, and so many things that I'm interdependent on. And once I've cleared those, there's still a huge payback to nature. Like now you realize that suddenly, if it doesn't rain enough, that you are actually dependent on the rain. Or if the weather goes awry in the middle of a season, that you were dependent on that continuity for a long time. So why should we continue to be educated when so many things around us have changed? Say, for example, even standard subjects. Is it important for me to know and study things the way my parents and grandparents did? I don't think there's a minimum level of education that makes sense for everyone, because you're talking of pre-Google days. And in today's day and age, rather than teaching them about things which are already out there, I think it would be interesting to contemplate if education could acquire a new meaning where it can equip people to deal with change, because change is coming faster than ever in the most unexpected ways. Which degree is going to make somebody feel secure? There was a time when doctors, engineers, chartered accountants were guaranteed in their incomes, investment bankers. But with driverless cars and Airbnb, and I don't know what else, but I don't know which career is going to give you a long term benefit. And you certainly can't reinvent yourself halfway through life. So perhaps a more grounding education, which teaches you in the way boarding schools did and the way the Gurukul system did in India, teaches you a commune with nature so that you learn to live with it and express your own connection with it, would be a good foundation. And then living with nature would also teach a growing child some of the finer aspects of life and its interdependence on other species. Because without that finer feeling developing in someone, you suddenly keep on harping on making them independent and put them through a strong education that only takes you towards success. I think that will in a person tends to then get aggressive, because um, it hasn't been balanced by any finer aspects of life. So here's my thoughts today on education, and we'll continue the conversation tomorrow. Till then, stay safe. Bye.